I appreciate your dance moves. Very
Thank the
subtle.
subtle,
It's just in the
subtle
neck.
head. Yeah,
Yeah, appreciate that a lot. Well, welcome
just
everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour. I'm your host, Hayden Humphrey. I'm very excited about this particular episode because I have my good friend, colleague, fellow improviser, engineer, actor extraordinaire, Mr. Mark Rhind. Mark, how the heck are you?
I am great. I'm doing really good. You know, weather's getting nicer. It was kind of cold today, but it's fine. What you gonna do? And yeah, I mean, it's just just been living,
Just living your life.
just doing what I can, man.
I feel
You
that.
know,
Mark was telling me before the show started that he's now become a connoisseur of plants. And he was telling me all about the soils that he was using.
dude, it's crazy. Like I thought it was gonna be really easy. Well, okay, so I got this thing called a dragon tree, right? And it's from
That's cool.
Madagascar. Yeah, a Madagascar dragon tree,
Shit.
which is 10 out of 10 most dope in my book. And
Next level.
so like yeah, and well, I was just living here. Like I mean, I was working from home, and I would realize that I had no plants in here, and like I don't know, it like kind of made it feel like it was hard to breathe, which it was
Mm-hmm.
probably all like that's all got to just be like in my mind. Like I
Mm-hmm.
probably like it does create oxygen, so maybe there is
Mm-hmm.
something there, but
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I need something, and there was like this dragon strings kind of intertwined, and so I bought it, and then I just like broke them apart, and then
Oh,
put them in three different pots because I was like, I want three plants, I don't want one plant,
3 for 1.
and 3 for 1 deal, buy one, two get two free, um, and then so I was just like, soil is soil, right? So I just bought some soil, and lo and behold, soil is not just soil. I needed well draining soil, and they all just started to die, like 2 weeks into it, and so I was like, this is garbage, because like I got them, yeah, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and so then I looked it up, and it was something called root rot, like if you don't have well draining soil, and so right now they're like out drying, like I'm having the roots dry out, and then I'm gonna like cut out all the bad ones. And then yeah, I mean it's been a whirlwind.
Whirlwind. Did you not? I
Just
guess you didn't take your soil class in college.
I skipped it. That was one of those ones that
That'll
was
do
like
it.
I went in for the test, and then like I checked the stuff online.
Hmm.
I was like, got it. All right, granite is not soil. Cool. And that was about it.
Bam, easy. I love that. Well, Mark, for the folks who don't know you, tell us a little bit about you and what you're up to.
Well, I mean, by trade, like by schooling, I'm an engineer. So I do like HVAC control systems. So it's like I do like building automation systems. So like I control everything so that you don't have to like adjust your thermostat all that much. And like I mean it's I'm trying to make it as super like as wet as possible. It's a very dry subject.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's it's kind of like I mean it's within the construction business, so I mean everything is like super hard, like kind of hard headed and straightforward, which is something that I kind of need. Like I like having that super left brained, straightforward. This is how it is. Like I mean if it's not like A has to equal A or else it doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then by night, I mean I try to do as much as I can on stage, and then especially with I mean yeah we do improv together, so like whenever I can do some improv just to get that like that other side of my brain going, I do it because I mean like I need that balance. I need that like sometimes thinking about like 1 + 1 + 3 = 5. Yeah, I'm good
It
at math.
gets to you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can tell.
That gets to me. It gets to me, And so it's
I
just
feel
like,
that.
yeah. So yeah, I need that creative outlet, and then also, but I've been picking up over like this entire coronavirus thing. Like I'm getting into woodworking.
Nice.
So like I went out and I bought some wood. Like I made a table. Actually, it's like right here. Like I mean, it's kind of
Can you show us
dirty.
the
I don't know.
table?
Yeah, for sure. Can I flip? No, I'm just gonna do one of these. So like
Whoa, that's
yeah, like
cool.
it's kind of it's got like a glaze on top so that like nothing falls through. But then yeah, I wanted to make sure that like fit the rest of my kitchen and area
Dude,
space,
that's badass.
Yeah, but then so then I worked it all out and I was at Lowe's and I was getting the wood and I was like, this is probably gonna be like what, $20? I'm saving so much money. I went to check out and it was like $120 for wood. And I was like, what the fuck? Like what,
This
like
grows
I'm sorry.
everywhere.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was
I
like,
don't need
it's
this.
fine. Yeah, it's just trees. What's gonna
Yeah.
cost so much?
I love that. Also, Mark, this actually relates very well to the first question that I love to ask people. And for
Yeah.
those of you listening, also feel free to drop your answer to this question in the comments section. But Mark, what is making you happy right now?
Right now, I mean, just like the rebirth of everything, Like leaves are coming in. I really like nature, and I mean, leaves are coming in. It's starting to get nicer out. You can actually, I mean, you can't technically go outside, but I mean, if you go for a nice walk now, it's a lot better. Like, I mean, you can actually be outside, and I'm loving it. It's not just being like cold, dingy, snowing in April type of thing. So that honestly, I'm ready to get back out on the golf course. Can't wait for that. Yeah,
I'm terrible at golf.
no one's good at golf.
You're just everyone's just okay. Just okay at
Yeah,
golf.
no. You just gotta put up with the golf in order to hang out with friends outside and drink beer.
Okay. When you put it like that, I
Like
totally get that.
Yeah.
I
And then you just like
very
drive a golf cart around.
That sounds amazing, actually. I'd like to do that without the golfing part, just driving the golf cart and drinking beers.
I think we
Is there a thing? Okay. All right. We'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Very closely related follow-up question, Mark. What are you most grateful for today?
Today?
Yes.
I mean, friends and family. I mean, it's hard to like not be grateful for that because like, I mean, this entire time has been like, it's shown stresses that, you kind of, I don't know, because you kind of see how people really act and how people behave like with a pandemic. And so, I mean, like there are like these stresses that like I've seen within myself and my friends and family. And it's been great because like, I mean, we get to a stress, then we work through it. And then, so it's just like, okay, that's cool. And then actually like on the end of it, we're like closer, And so it's been pretty sweet to like actually, go through that rather than like, I mean, before it was just like so much like go, 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 go. And then you don't even realize like things are stressing you out, especially with other people. And then it just kind of, worked itself out.
Totally.
So I'm super grateful for that.
That's really cool. I was reading a book called Tribe that I just finished yesterday, and he was talking about the human need for community and connection. And he was talking a lot about how natural disasters, everyone thinks that after a natural disaster, the whole place goes to shit and everyone starts looting and there's chaos and all this kind of stuff. And it's actually the opposite. Like people actually, because everything's broken down, it's very egalitarian and it's very people come together in community. And yeah, you have to support each other. And it was actually crazy. He was talking about this one story of this woman who was in Bosnia. I don't remember. This is probably a couple decades ago when there was a war going on, and she lived in this complex with like 60 other families, and all the teenagers from those families lived in like the basement level of the complex. And sometimes the teenagers would have to like go out to war and they would come back. But it was like the whole thing was like this. It was this very community centric. Everyone shared everything. You didn't really have much in the way of privacy, but like, you know, with everything that's going on outside, like the war and all that kind of stuff, it was like this little haven. And mother got her out of the country to like be safe. And she got out of the country and she was like, I had never felt more alone when I left the country. And she literally snuck back into the country. She snuck back into Bosnia, into the war zone to like be with these people, which I think just speaks to like the human, you know, it's the human need, fundamental need for community and connection. And at the very least, like everything that's happening now, you know, creates a little bit more of that.
It totally does. Like, I mean, everybody's like, I mean, I've seen the words thank you and love on like TV and advertisements more times, I mean, in the past couple months than I have ever. So, I mean, like it's been super cool. Like, I mean, obviously it's not been a great reason why everybody's coming together, but I mean, same thing about the war. Like, I mean, these things happen within history and within, you know, nature, like humankind and nature. And so the fact that like we actually, you know, come together and the fact that we actually support each other, I mean, that's another thing I'm super grateful for. Like, I mean, it's just so like, I mean, there's not much to talk about right now, but everybody is so like, you know, wanting better lives and like they're so willing to put things forward right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, yeah, dude.
Love it.
Great.
Well, Mark, we moved to a favorite part of the show for me, one of my favorite parts of the show, and that's the random question of the day. Mark, are you ready for your random question of the day?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to generate your random question now here.
Oh, shit,
Mark,
like random.
Your random question is, what or who are you always willing to make time for?
Ooh, deep one. I would say, what am I always making time for? Food.
Nice.
I am like, if I need to eat, then everything takes a backseat. Like, honestly, everything. Like we could be like, no, like for real. Like, oh, I just got drafted to the Army. Hang on, I need a PB.
I can't file my taxes this week because I need to eat.
Yeah, it's April 15th right now. Whatever. I need some snacks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that I always make time for.
Nice.
Someone I always make time for?
Me.
You.
No, but who?
Honestly,
seriously?
Well, my parents. Like, I want to make time for, I should say, in the spirit of honesty, I'm starting to realize how much I'm taking it as of right now. I'm starting to realize that I'm more of an introvert. So, I mean, I do make more time for myself, and I'm starting to realize that is what I need. You know, that's just something that I, you know, have strived for. And then I've always thought of myself as an extrovert, and I am extroverted in many ways, but like, I've started to realize that, you know, taking time for me is exactly what I need, because then like then I'm more of myself and I'm more ready to be with other people when the time comes for it. Totally. So, I mean, I guess as of right now is me.
Nice. I totally agree with you.
But yeah,
it's not at all. It's so important.
That's right.
I've got no qualms about talking about how much I love spending time with myself. I feel really bad for all the people who are very extroverted who need those other people. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I love being around people all day long, but I love being alone so much.
There's some quiet calmness to it that it's just like you can finally just release and breathe, you know? It's like the exhale.
Totally.
Yeah. Total exhale.
Oh, love that. All right, let's do another random question here. Mark, would the world be better or worse if superheroes existed?
I think it would come in waves.
Yeah.
I think it would. I mean, I'm trying to find every way to not answer the question in black or white. No, but I
It
think it would
depends.
definitely come in waves because I think it would first off like people would be like, "Cool, yeah, what can you do?" And then they would be like doing a bunch of stuff. But then like, I mean, I think it would actually. Have you ever seen the movie Hancock?
Yes.
So I think it would be eventually become like that, where like the people are like, I mean, I've been saving you for like 30 years and I'm immortal now. So like, what am I doing it for? So then people would start to hate superheroes, and
Mm.
then it would switch back because they're like, it's a superhero, you know?
Well, that's very true. I'm thinking about the other ramifications of having superheroes. Do you think they would unionize? Do you think they would like collectively like come together to fight for their
I
rights,
mean,
or do you think that superheroes would be like, "No, I'm doing my thing. Screw you guys."
I think that it would be mostly. I think they would start to unionize. I think there'd be like those outliers, like be like, no, I'm the Punisher. I do things by myself. I don't
Uh,
need your do. And then I mean, you'd have those, but you know, you're
mhm.
always gonna have people like that. But I think they would start to unionize. I think they'd become develop a community, and then honestly, because like you can't fight every crime. Like if you actually go out and try to like stop every mugging, like that'd be dope. But like,
Mhm.
can you? How many superheroes do you need? How many superheroes do you think you would need to like stop every mugging? You know, like
That would be
one per hundred
exhausting.
thousand. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
are there then certain superheroes for certain kinds of crimes, you know? Like
Right,
what
right.
about white collar crime? Like where,
Yeah,
accountant man and
yeah.
tax fraud,
Mr.
Dr. Tax Fraud.
I smell embezzling.
Yeah.
Just the embezzlement note.
I love it. Pros and cons. I would definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So on Friday on the show on Friday, I had my good friend Chris Broadhead, and Chris, super smart guy. I had some questions that I was like, I really need some answers to these questions because I can't figure it out by myself. And over the weekend, I was thinking about us doing this show this evening, and I was
yeah.
like, Mark is also a really super smart guy, and there are some other questions that I'm still really struggling with. And so Mark, I have some questions for you that I just need some answers to. So
All right,
if you're open.
for your mom.
So Mark, if the cow can't eat in the lake, then where is my dad?
Out for a pack of cigarettes.
I didn't know my dad smoked, so that's
Well,
new
do you
for
know what?
me.
That's like, do you know how he always takes the dog for a walk?
Yeah.
Where do you think he's going?
Oh, you know what? There was something smoky
Chimney.
on his shirt. So that's cool. Okay. That's very
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for that. The next question, the horse went.
Yeah, it did. Right on my cousin's face, actually. Yeah, big old poop poop.
Oh, just there. Okay.
Just literally, he was like he never should walk behind a horse because I mean it should
That's what
kick
I've
it,
heard.
it kicks you, but he got pooped on.
That's unfortunate. I'm glad I know that though, because this was kind of like the first question to like a much longer list of questions that I had around this. And that actually
Cool.
helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the last question here, I fell in a dough. So I was curious if you could help me with that one.
I mean, it's fine as long as you got a tag for it, you know. As long as it's hunting season. If you fell in the dough, or it's still I fell in the dough.
I think it's I fell in the dough.
You still did. You still did.
I fell in the dough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So I just
make
have
sure
to
you have
tag
proper
it.
tagging. Just make sure you tag
correctly.
it. Yeah, like
Do I?
hashtag dough.
Oh, do I put the hashtag on the dough?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is after I fall in it. Then I assess the
Fall
dough,
in
and
it,
then I
assess it.
put the hashtag on.
See what tag would be applicable in the situation, you know?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you. Actually, this like makes my week a lot easier. So thanks for your insight on those questions.
Welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. One of the last parts of this show is quote of the day. And today, the quote of the day is, "There is only one success: to be able to spend your life in your own way." Christopher Morley.
I like that a lot.
Any thoughts, comments, reflections?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been thinking about that a lot. I mean, along with this, like just being inside all the time, I can't help but to become more introspective. And I've really been thinking, I mean, what is success? You know, you always like, be successful in your life. You got to strive for success. And like, what does that mean? Is it always money? Is it relationships? But I mean, I think it can be everything. It can be some of those things, can be none of them. It can be one specific thing. But I mean, this is perfect because like if whatever it is to you, you define your own success. You know, it's not like you're reading a book and it's like, oh, what does Mark Rhind need? He needs this to be successful. Like, no, book, you don't know me.
Fuck
Get out of
books.
my life, book. Come on, I'm Fahrenheit 451. You
I hate books.
Straight up. Yeah, man. Last time I touched a book, I was like 9. But like, I mean, I don't like. I think that people always try to like give. People always ask like, I don't know about always, but I feel like people sometimes ask other people what they need to be successful. And I mean, there's a fault there. I mean, you need to have an internal thing of the success, because if you define it and you strive for it and you achieve it, and it's all based upon what your soul was, what your entire spirit is calling for, I mean, it's so much more gratifying. Like, honestly, like, I mean, okay, so I've been playing some Animal Crossing.
Nice.
And they don't tell you how to build an island. They're just like,
you
okay,
gotta
here's
figure
your
that
island.
shit out.
You got to figure that shit out for yourself. And then honestly, I just feel so much more involved and enveloped. And then like, even with this stupid like farming game, I feel successful because I was forging my own path.
Yeah, dude. I love that so much. That's like my whole thing is like, I really genuinely don't care like how much money I make, how like the number of people that I work with, whatever it is. I was like, I just want to be able to do whatever the hell I want every single day. That's it. That's it. I was like, I literally just want to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything today. I'm going to play Call of Duty for 3 hours in the afternoon today. Because I can, because I want to, and like, yeah. So I totally get that. So to me, like, that's success for me is like, I just wanted to be able to spend my day exactly how I want to spend it.
Yeah.
I totally.
And it's so free. And you're such a Sagittarius.
Those December birthdays, homie, I got you.
Sag life.
Sag life. Mark,
that's how I do new hashtags.
Is that how you do it on the dough?
That's the new way.
On the dough.
That's how
hashtag dough. Fell in the dough. Fell in the dough. We've reached the final part of this show, Mark, and that is parting words. So any parting words for the folks listening and watching, any gems, words of wisdom, things to leave us with?
Yeah, I mean, it's all going to come around. That's what I've started to realize. I mean, just patience is a virtue. And then just finding some little stupid reason to make yourself smile is exactly what you need. I mean, only you really know how to make yourself smile. And it could be some of those stupid ass weird ways. Like sometimes I'll just be like cooking and then I'll just start making noises to myself. I'll just like doo, 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 doo. And
Definitely
it
been
just
there.
it brightens my soul. And like that's just what I need sometimes. And I
Mm,
mean, it's not like, what is my job? What's happening with my job? What's going on? Like, am I working from home? Like what's happening? Am I going to go on furlough this next month? Like, I mean, those things are, do what you can, but I mean, they might be out of your control. So I mean, just lean
mhm.
into some patience. And I mean, I think it can really go a long way. And don't be afraid to be weird. Don't be
Yes.
afraid to be weird. You know, just be your weird self. You
Weird is
know,
way more fun.
weird's
Everyone
fun.
dies, so why not just spend your life
You
being
know,
weird? You know?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Appreciate that. And appreciate you for coming on this show, man.
yeah.
Really appreciate you. Appreciate having you in my life.
I appreciate you too, man.
Cool, brother, man. Well, I hope you have a great
Well, yeah.
rest of your week. Thanks so much for being on the show. Everyone watching, thanks so much
Welcome.
for watching. And I will see you Friday.
Thanks. Yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Deuces.